Hey everybody, Tyler Tamerlane here with Obscurities in Miniature, and today we have what is, I think, the newest release from Kingdom Death. At least it's the most recent one that I got at home, and that is the Bullet Dancer. And no, it's sadly not Bayonetta. That was my first thought. I'm like, cool, they're going to do a Bayonetta-looking model. Well, they kind of did. So, obviously she's got the guns, and obviously, much like Bayonetta, she has a distinct lack of clothing. We'll deal with that, but hey, it's Kingdom Death. Sadly, I did not get a first run model this time around. I'm quite saddened by that. So let's take a look at what is included. So we don't actually have a scenic base with this model, but we do have a little bit of a scenic flooring detail, I guess. I'm curious what all those pegs are for, whether those are just for bullet holes or if that's going to be something to actually pin the model to. Would be nice. Here's the body itself. We do have that little pin there, so I don't know. Maybe. Very large and detailed head. I'm kind of surprised that the hair is actually all one piece with the head attached to it. Bullets for the guns. Okay. Here's the body itself. Very nicely cast. It is a regular resin release. And the typical Kingdom Death microscopic thong. That's going to be a lot of fun to try to not have the paint bleed into her skin. And these scars are going to prove to be quite the fun, and by fun I mean obnoxious, thing to attach. So she's got like these little stars and sparkles all over them on the inside there. And a knife. I didn't know she had a knife. The guns on the model are a lot bigger than the ones in the artwork, and for that I am thankful. Alright, wish me luck, people. I'm going to attempt to build her, and hopefully we'll not mangle the model beyond all recognition. And by the way, if you really want a Bayonetta model, there is a really cool one from Zealot Miniatures, who is already on the way while I'm recording this, and hopefully I will have her up on the channel here soon. So, I'll shut up, we're going to build her, and then we compare the two later. Yeah? Yeah. Alright everybody, we got our Bullet Dancer all finished up, and I am quite pleased with the results, even if I didn't actually build it 100% exactly like the Kingdom Death website after taking a look at it. So, things went together pretty smoothly for the most part. The big issue I had was trying to get these tassel ribbon thingies in place. Probably would have helped to pin them, but they were so small and had such tiny contact points, as always with a Kingdom Death model, that it just didn't really want to work out. One big thumbs up I've got to say I appreciate is her little custom bit on the base there. It's actually molded to fit her foot completely, so there is a bit more than one tiny contact point for you to glue on. So I didn't bother pinning it on. It looks like she's going to be pretty stable. And I really do like the pose. Very Bayonetta-ish. You know, with the guns and the twirly, ribbony stuff. Naturally, it's not hair, but she does have plenty of that as well. Not too scantily clad compared to usual Kingdom Death models, and I do like the big honking guns that she's got. So, she is a resin model, and I grabbed a couple other resin Kingdom Death models. For some reason, she reminded me of the Blade Dancer. I want to say it was the Blade Dancer, wasn't it? In terms of stuff going on. Now, please forgive me, this was a very early model that I painted. This is, I want to say she was a first edition one too. But, you know, there is a bit of a size discrepancy there. You could see our Bullet Dancer here is quite a bit bigger. She was a White Speaker Hunter. So, grabbing a couple of the plastic models, and I just grabbed a couple of random ones that were nearby me at the time, just to get a good sense of size. We've got our Pirate Swashbuckler and Easter Aya. No, it was an Easter Twilight Night from last year or the year before. And one of the silences from the Naked Black Friday bundle a few years back. So you can see a good sense of scale, very dynamic sculpt. And you know, I kept thinking, it reminds me of something. What did it remind me of? And then it hit me. And I've never seen this model really anywhere else. So maybe this is a first for both Obscurities in miniature and on the internet. This is the Fulminator Angel from Tales of War out of Spain. And they did a series of models that were supposed to be based on the Four Horsemen from the Darksiders games. And it was obvious that they were very much inspired. They were slightly different, thankfully, to make sure that they weren't going to get into any kind of gray area copyright issue, but it was very much based on the Darksiders ones. And I can't remember which one this is supposed to be based on. I'm sorry. Wasn't war, wasn't death, and it wasn't the girl one, so I guess it's the last one. I don't know. Anyway, so again, we've got the crazy scarf, we've got the double guns. This is going to be a project for me when I get back from Japan, so hopefully we'll see it. Maybe I'll put it together this weekend, and, well, I don't know. I'm rambling. Anyway, back to our bullet dancer friend. You can see, I feel maybe they came from a similar concept point. But I like this model a lot more just because of the dynamic pose, and it helps that she is an attractive looking model. That never hurts. And the spirals kind of remind me of our Twilight Knight in her weird lantern thing that I didn't do a good job of painting on. But whatever, I don't care. She's painted too. Very cool model. Hopefully, maybe we'll see her show up in the generic plastics of some kind like we did with Echoes of Death. Personally, my hope, and if anybody from Kingdom Death is listening, what I think would be really cool is we have our Halloween survivors that were made a couple years back in resin and plastic. I would love to see the generic classes done up in Halloween costumes, kind of like what Relic Knights did, where they had them looking like a bunch of, you know, anime, video game, pop culture characters. I think that would be really cool. Have a bunch of the generics in plastic, dressed up in various costumes. You all know you want it. Anyway, Bullet Dancer, very cool. Very happy with the final results. Other thing was just trying to figure out, like I said, getting these ribbon tassel things actually attached to her arms, and then the hand goes in there was a bit of a challenge. Just trying to find the right pose and hoping everything fit. I did run into kind of a hard time with the rear part of her loincloth and her left arm, but as you can see, it did work out okay. Anyway, cool model. Check it out. It's Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities Miniatures saying, see you later. Bye-bye. Pew, pew.